Hello everyone, welcome to the FSK Invitational. Tonight we're live for groups 3 and 6. We've had two great night fights so far. We've got three more left including the finale. I'm here joined in a four-man booth. We've got myself, we've got Dirty Dave, we've got FSK Optics and we've got TMF Ginger. How are we all doing, fellas?
Pleasure to be here. You're having a great time.
Ready for a great night of fights, as usual.
Optics, would you like to say anything?
I'm sound, mate. I'm sound. Just happy.
Shappy, I like it. So last night we had groups 2 and 7. The winners Samurai Robin and FSK Optics. I'll ask Ginger because two of you's played in these groups. So Ginger, what was your thoughts on last night?
Fought one last night. I saw the high level that the group stage were competing at, the high level of the tournament, and it was very well deserved from Robin and Optics to get the wins and come out of there.
So if we have a look at the card in depth really from last night, we had Zane, Samurai, Robin and Jamie Bucks in one group. We had Dave, Optics and Wobbsy in the other. I mean, we've seen great performances from Dave against Wobbsy. That was an all-out war. Optics as well, showing great performances against Dave and Wobbsy. Samurai Robin was flawless throughout. Be exciting to see how he does on Saturday. And then we had Jamie Bucks as well. He was unfortunate in that one. He had some glimpses of good stuff in the Zane fight, but wasn't really went his way. But Zane showed promise as well in that one. So yesterday was just a great night of fights as well. Tonight we have got group 3 and 6. Group 3 includes Yadar, J Robo and KM Liam, aka Pyrite Kip, and group 6 includes Kezalar, Grains and Jakey B. I'll put this one over to Dave. Dave, what's your thoughts on this?
This is a completely stacked day. Seeing all those names should be a real great night. I look forward to specifically Gerda and JP against each other. I think they can both advance, and I think Keza can put up a strong run in that other bracket to win that side.
I mean, on to Optics. What's the standout matchup in this one for you?
Definitely Kezalar versus Greens.
And how come that one stands out to you?
So I like Greens and Kez is a good player, you know what I mean?
I get you. Ginger, anything else you'd like to add on that?
Obviously we have Yurda versus J Robo there. That match is just really close to contend. That you have Yurda, he's been very highly ranked in other leagues on the PS side, coming over to Xbox this tournament to fight J Robo, who is also one of the world's best players. It should be a good one.
So, and just to see where everyone comes out tonight, so we've got groups 3 and 6. The winner of group 3 is Yadar, J Robo or KM Liam will be facing Young Paul, and the winner of Kezalar, Grains and Blake Tyler will be facing Jakey B will be facing Blake Tyler. So those very tough fights for the winner of each group. And if both of them two win the first fights in the first round, we will see the winner of each group tonight face each other in the second round. So that should be an intriguing one. Another thing as well from last night, FSK Optics moved forward into the finale. He has a $20 bounty on his head now. So he'll be a wanted man in there. He's up against Dabik and Trixie JC, so that should be tough for him. But yeah, let's get into it. First fight we have is J Robo versus Yadar, so without further ado, let's move into this one. I mean, question to Ginger here. How do you think this fight's going to go down here?
Well, obviously we're going to see a striking masterclass. Maybe they might take it to the ground if it's getting a little bit close to contend. Someone might shoot. But I'm looking to see just people just trying to take the absolute head off at each other here.
I mean, question to Dave here. I think you fought both of these men in the SFL. What's your thoughts on this one going into it?
I think that Yurda probably has a striking advantage in this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jay try to wrestle. I'd honestly like to see Jay at least attempt to wrestle, make Yurda think about it. But I think that could be what decides it. If Jay can get a little bit of control, maybe some damage on the ground, maybe he can edge out rounds, or maybe even put Yurda in a position where he can finish him.
I mean, start out meeting the centre here. CJ Robbo going to Southpaw, and he sidesteps a
Oh,
side kick there. Nice footwork from
beautiful.
Robbo early.
We're seeing Yurda pressure using footwork here, but Jay Robbo not being pushed behind the black line, that's not primarily where you want to be unless you're a backfoot fighter. You always want to be where that you want to be in front of that black line. You want to be controlling your opponent in and out the octagon. And Yurda's doing a great job of doing that so far, Optics.
Yeah, he's looking good so far. He's like managing the distance well. Aye.
You're just pushing Jay up against the cage right here. He's doing a pretty nice job.
He's doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on while attacking all facets of the body, really. It's a very nice start here from Yada.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
We're seeing the
Yada's
legs
trying to
being
beat out a
really
lot of
quick.
strikes.
oh, big rock from
Oh,
Robbo. Oh, he ducks
huge.
into the uppercut. And he drops
Oh,
him.
he
Yada is down.
dropped him.
That was a really nice set of combinations there from Robbo getting the knockdown and a significant block advantage. Not something you want to be at a disadvantage against Jay Robbo for, Dave.
I mean, Dave,
Yeah,
you've
this
been
could
around.
be.
Go on, Dave. I'll let you speak.
Yeah, this could be a huge disadvantage for the rest of the fight with Yurda. That block is just going to continue to cripple, and honestly, it's going to be very hard to deal with that.
I mean, Dave, you've been in some of the biggest fights in the UFC 4 scene. What are you doing if you're each competitor now in this one?
If I'm Jay, I'm trying to wrestle it at all costs to just secure this round.
Yep.
If I'm Yurda, I think I'd probably he's not going to, but I'd probably accept that I've lost this round, and I'd just attempt to win the next two. Don't put yourself with even lower head health or even lower block.
I mean, even though I'd say the stats are fairly similar, it's just at the moment Jay Robbo has got a massive advantage in there. Oh, lovely pull
Oh,
there. Oh, another drop.
oh,
This
Him
could be it,
again.
you know. This could be it.
Oh,
Jay Robbo with the
got
finish
him.
in round one. Flawless
Jesus.
performance from Jay Robbo there. He sets him down in round one, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the second first round finish of the tournament so far. Very well done there from Jay Robbo. What's your thoughts on that one, gents?
that was just you could kind of tell who was more comfortable from the start, going from the footwork, the pressure, what combinations. He knew what to throw, when to throw it. You could tell he was more comfortable in that certain situation in the fight.
I mean, very, very well played there from Jay Robbo. He literally just needs to win the next one, and he's through. So very well played. I mean, Dave, you was in this situation where you lost the first fight. Like, what's your mentality going into the second fight now?
When I fought, I was already out by the time I fought again, but I'd imagine Jay. He's probably gonna be looking to get a really fast finish against KM Liam because his only hope of advancing. Oh wait, excuse me. No.
Why'd you have a little brain fart though?
Yeah. Yeah. Yurda's just gonna be hoping that Robbo loses this next fight 'cause it's his only chance of even making it through. And then even if he can get a chance to, like I never had the chance to, he has to get a first round finish against Liam. So he's not really in a great mindset right now. It's never a position you want to be in, but he's gonna hope for the opportunity.
I mean, that's a really big win there. I think a lot of people had Yada as the favourite coming into this one. I think some people even questioned why I wasn't even in the top 8. But I mean, Jay Robbo steps in on late notice and he gets the first round finish over an ESFL veteran. Really fought for the title numerous times. Very big win there. But moving on to the next one, we will see Grains versus Kezalar. Optics, I'll put this one to you because I know you've fought both of them quite a bit. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
So I've had like over 60 fights with both of them, and like they're both fairly even. But if Kez can get Greens to the ground, and I think it'll be a different story. But like the striking, they're probably fairly even. But on the ground, I think Kezel will have him.
Nice, good insight there from Optics.
Thanks,
Without
brother.
further ado, let's go into this one as soon as possible. There we go. Stream is up. It should be on your screen. Now, we just wait. It looks like this one's going to be a featherweight one. Recently today, we did see Conor McGregor with the nerf. I mean,
Absolutely
what's your
stupid.
thoughts on this pick now, lads?
I
It's
think-
it's it's a bit dodgy. It's like picking lightweight Conor now. It's basically what it's like. But obviously, if you're using that flashback Conor, I don't know how to feel because they kind of feel the same, but it's definitely a weird one.
Yeah, because of his nerf.
I mean, Dave, you're one of the most knowledgeable guys in the community when it comes to just general knowledge. What's the differences between these two McGregors here?
If I remember, the main reason that people preferred the newer McGregor is because old McGregor has messed up kick animations, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But with the stats now, I believe people are gonna start going for that older McGregor, even though he has the messed up moves.
I mean, one for optics here. Looks like Kezelar's gonna try with heavy pressure. What are you doing if you're Grains here?
I'm just trying to back up, see if I can like raid some of the shots, maybe throwing like a duck straight or a slip straight, maybe. He's throwing a lot of straights at the end of the combos.
Would you not be looking to intercept that? Oh, big rock for Grains! Oh, he's down! Grains!
Oh, this could be it.
I mean,
No,
Grains
no,
has to be
and
careful.
it won't be.
He got-
Very smart there from Grains. Now, I wonder what Grains will do here. Will he take the round off? Will he look for the
He should
finish?
he should just like fall back, just keep going.
I don't
Ronald
believe you're
Kazar is
looking for a
very
decision in this fight. I think you push the
Yeah.
advantage while you're up.
Especially if you get a knockout in the first round, it's plus 3 points. So, like, say with G Robbo, he's now on 8 after the first fight.
Yeah, we're seeing Keza utilize the straights a lot. Slip straights, even double jab straight. And it's working pretty well. He's got the head health advantage back. Stamina's pretty even. And after being knocked down, that isn't very common. So very nice use of the straights to get back here, Ricardo.
I mean, even though we see Grains that massive. Oh, he gets another rock!
Oh, got him again.
I mean, I was literally just about to say, even though we're seeing Grains with both of these rocks. Oh, another rock!
Great, another one.
Oh, ooh.
Someone get DJ Khaled.
I mean, it's just been an all-out war up to now, this one. Even though Kez hasn't had any rocks, it's been very back and forth. Dave, in this one, what are you looking to do if you're either fighter?
I think they're both doing pretty well. Keza's pushing the pace and making Grains really uncomfortable, but Grains is making Keza respect him and hitting him with rocks when Keza's coming forward.
Oh, there's the first rock from Keza. I mean, it's
Oh.
lovely pressure from Keza, using the jab, setting up every single strike from that. I mean, and we're just seeing. Oh, Grains gets a rock!
Oh,
Oh! Keza reads the combo. Grains has done that one too many times now. Great.
Greens with his
Keza.
famous overhands.
Yeah.
yeah, I believe Keza made the read that every time he gets rocked, he goes for that lead uppercut,
Ooh.
rear overhand.
I mean,
Well,
that's
the
one
fight
thing with
is
Grains.
still even.
He's not the most orthodox fighter, so when he does get you rocked, he will just throw overhands in there other people won't, and it can catch you off guard. But we do see Kez has made the adjustment now, so maybe Grains tries to fight more conventional coming out in the second round. But you would think that round goes to Grains, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But
it goes to
you can't-
Grains.
Then again, it goes to Grains, but in this second round, it's still all to play for. Head health even, block health is actually going towards Keza. Stamina obviously even.
Ooh.
It's still anyone's fight here.
Lovely. Oh!
Oh!
And that is it. Wow, in the blink of an eye, Keza finishes it in round 2. I mean, it's a big win for him. It was looking scary in the first round, but great adjustments to come back. What's your thoughts on that one, Optics?
Yeah, so it's very unlucky from Greens, to be fair. He was doing well in the first round, but that's how I finished Dave yesterday when I knocked him down against the cage. That uppercut straight done a lot, because when he's falling down the street, obviously he hits him, and he's backed up against the cage.
I mean, that was one of the best fights of the tournament. I mean, I don't think they could have sustained it for any longer, but it was a great fight. Anyone could have took it.
Yeah.
Well, that was just out of nowhere. Someone should have put the RKO over that.
Yeah, Randy Orton slithering around there. I mean, now we move on to the third fight of the evening, and it's going to be J Robbo versus Pyrite Kip at KM Liam. I mean, with this one, J Robbo can seal himself in the finale on Saturday. So it'll be intriguing to see how he approaches this one. Will he take it safe? Just look for a decision win. If you're J Robbo in this one, Dave, how are you approaching this one?
I'm just looking to fight like myself. I trust that I'm probably the better fighter in this matchup. I can probably strike with him, probably wrestle with him. Just do what I do, and hopefully I can come out of this with a win and secure my spot in the finals.
Yeah.
I am looking on Pyrite Kip's Twitch now, and there's a fight going on. I don't know if. I hope they haven't started it already.
Yes, I've got to listen.
I think he's hooked wrong, mate.
He's quitting the fight. I think he was just in a fight with someone, getting that last minute preparation in. Right then. Fair enough. Right then, let's just get into it now, as soon as we can. So now we see him in lobby.
He's up on Robbo. Jeez.
Oh, you need to realize too.
Bantamweight.
Obviously, J Robbo has the biggest reputation, but not. A while ago, Pirate Kip was a really well-respected name across the community. He was known, and he's going Cody Garbrandt. I would go Aldo, but I'm not gonna. Backseat game.
Obviously, Robbo, if he's got the Osotagari trip if he needs it.
I mean, what's your thoughts on this matchup, Dave? Obviously, you've got Garbrandt, who you would think has the better boxing, but the health stats of Garbrandt's not the best, is it?
Some people, like you see people like Bang Bang and those guys, they love to use Garbrandt. The pressure he can put on you with that reach and his boxing combos is insane. So I'm expecting to see a lot of block breaking from Liam, and I don't know. I actually really love this pick.
I mean, with Garbrandt, it can either go one or two ways. You can either absolutely run through the block and the hands can do wonders, or that chin can just absolutely ruin you. It'll be interesting to see how that one does, Ginger.
Yeah. See, we saw this in the Yoda fight too, but except it was Yoda doing them kicks, them little side body kicks. He's trying to get them. He's trying to get the footwork on the K. He's trying to pressure him behind the black line. You're gonna see it soon, eventually, if he does utilize it right. But you can see it's all about footwork for Robbo here in the start of this round. Optics.
Yeah. I'm a bit watching, to be honest.
Yeah, cheers for that. I mean, we now see J Robbo go southpaw. I mean, what's your thoughts on that one, Dave?
What I noticed he attempted like a minute ago was he tried to switch stance to go for an Osagari. I believe he's going to do the same thing in a minute or so. So I think that's what the plan is here. But he could just want to be opposite stance so that lead hook lands better or something. I don't know.
I mean, we did see it in the Robert Whittaker fight with Yada. He did go southpaw, but I mean, I think I did see him attempt an Osagari earlier in this round. Nice combo from Robbo there, breaking through the block.
Oh, not looking good for Pirate Kip here.
Oh, Pirate Kip.
Oh, not looking good for Robbo. I'm sorry.
I mean, if Liam can win this group, it blows it. If Liam can win this fight, it blows the group wide open, and anything can happen at this point.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine he's the underdog behind Jay and Yurda.
Yeah.
I mean, we see Robbo being a lot more patient now. Maybe that rock is just a landing, really, that there's danger in this Garbrandt pick from Pirate Kid.
It really is. Nice use of tape there from Robbo. See, head health advantage is leaning towards J Robbo, but Gobrandt makes off the chin and the hands. So if he can land the shots correctly here, he can definitely bring back the head health advantage.
I mean, we see Pirate Kip doing a great job of pressuring when he can, but also letting Robbo come to him when he can and then landing the shots there and intercepting him. He's just, I mean, it's been a great fight from both of them. Be interesting to see how it ends in the second round, how both of them approach it. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that first round, Dave?
I thought that Jay did really good, but he lost that round to the drop. I imagine we're going to see some more takedown attempts like we did in the first round with that double leg and the Osadogari out of range. Maybe he'll pursue it more. He'll shoot more. But I look forward to seeing. Yep, there it is. I look forward to seeing how successful Jay is in being able to wrestle.
I mean, oh,
We're starting to see the head health go down and down more, and we're starting to see the pressure and the footwork starting to be utilized a lot more here from J Robbo. I'm so confused. I don't. That's too fast for me to comprehend.
Baffled your brain, that one.
Yes.
Oh, nice lay deny there from Liam.
But we're also seeing the patience on him here. He's only throwing when he needs to. He's trying to get his head out of the way. He's trying to make the stamina be wasted, and in a sort of way, it is working, but not.
Big drop from Robbo.
Great uppercut.
Lads, am I here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, mate, you're not here.
Oh, drop from Robbo. Hey.
It's speaking, man. It isn't working.
Oh,
He has
so
no head health.
close.
There's no head health. How?
I mean, it's now where Robbo wants it. He's got him to the floor. If you just hold out for this round now, he's got the round in the bag and then just go again in the third. Or would you go for the finish now, Dave?
I personally wouldn't. That's not my thing. I am perfectly content to drag this out to a decision. In round 3, it'll be easy to rock him. I'd rock him, get a spear there. You'd win round 2 and 3. Jay, I'd imagine he'll go for some postures. Maybe he'll try to finish this.
I mean, he's got side control now. Be interesting to see what he does from here. He doesn't get the deny. Liam regains half guard. I mean, Dave, you're known as one of the best grapplers in the community. Who do you think has the advantage in terms of the pick, Scarbrandt or Jan?
Jan.
Jan, for sure. Way easier for him to get to ground. Even on the ground, he has better moves. So you'd have to say Jan for sure. Oh, great reversal.
He grabbed his butt
here,
cheeks and he's
twisting him. Are you looking to stand up or?
No.
I'm not going to stand up. I'm not going to get out. Well, it's a risky because you don't really know what to do. If you're grappling, you want to get top mount, you want to get your denies, you want to get your ground striking going. But if you're standing up, obviously you're looking to get the stuns, but you're also trying to get hit without. You're also trying to hit without getting hit, which is a lot easier said than done. So it's really whatever Liam chooses, and it looks like he's going to choose the grappling route.
I mean, it looks like he's going to see out this round now. I mean, Dave, who did you score that round to?
I give that round to Jay because he got that knockdown, and he actually got a few knockdowns and the top control. I don't see any way Jay doesn't win that round.
So is it 1-1 going into the third? Winner takes all now?
I think it has to be 1-1.
I mean, one thing I noticed in between the first and the second round, even though going into the end of that first round, it looked like rock from Robbo.
I know.
Attack
nice.
Very nice.
This will be it.
Oh, tracking didn't favour Pirate Kip there, but I mean, lovely shot there from Robbo.
I'm saying knockout via toe punch, and not just, or just I'm not gonna say a boot to the face. That'll be pretty nice.
Yeah, Liam's at a huge disadvantage here because his head health alone is a real problem. But also that Jay has this force of nature perk that is making it almost impossible for him to do any damage to him.
Nice defense though. I mean, we see Pirate Kipto just moving around, looking for a back step or a side step, just trying to get something big off the claw about this damage.
And we're seeing the longevity here in Liam's type of plays. No matter how bad a chin he's had, he's always able to last long.
I'm going for the spin.
I might have been wrong.
I mean, I can just see Robbo trying to grind out this round now. I mean, he's obviously got the drop, so this round his is, and he would think the second round did go his way. So a decision winner would send him through to the finale, and that's all he needs, really.
Yeah. Pretty dominant from J Rob in both fights.
I mean, he got rocked in the first round,
Oh,
but
nice
apart from
denial.
that, he hasn't really took anything. I mean, this is adding up here now for J Rob.
Oh, beautiful.
Robbo
very low.
It's looking
Huge damage.
looking shaky here. Robbo
He is
kind of
getting
lets him off
bullied.
of it though.
He is getting bullied.
As Bang Bang would say.
I don't even mean that.
I love this from Jay. He knows that Liam has to get up, and he's just making him work his way up. And Liam isn't quite working all the way. He's working like halfway up, and then he loses. He's making himself lose GA.
He gets half guard
Nice
now.
get out.
Will he go for top mount or will he look for side control again, where he did have that success for a certain period of time? I mean, we see Bang Bang saying stand him up in the chat. I mean, I don't think Robbo wants that. I think he wants it here for the last 30 seconds, and then this fight's his.
Bang Bang wanting the standing bang fight? No.
And they're gonna just stay here till the fight's over.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good. That was pretty dominant from J Rob.
I mean, that is the first fight of the tournament so far that has gone to a decision. Just to secure the win, really, from Robbo in that third round. He done what he needed to do. Well, that is if he gets the win.
He will.
30-27. Yep.
Beautiful stuff.
And J Robbo gets the win, and he is now through to the finale on Saturday. Be interesting to see how he does in that one. Obviously, coming as a late replacement, so a lot of people didn't really have him in mind as a contender to win this. But what's your thoughts going forward with J Robbo in this tournament, Dave?
I think he has a good shot to beat. Who is it? Is it Blake or Poe he's fighting?
Poe is fighting.
Oh.
That's gonna be a really interesting match. Poe with his really technical striking, he'll back up, try TP, work your body. Jay probably gonna walk forward, try to wrestle him, all that kind of stuff. That should be a really interesting fight.
And then up next, we now have Grains versus Jacoby. It's going to be Jacoby's first fight of the night. Grains' second fight of the night. We seen him in that war with Keza. Be interesting to see how he approaches his second fight now. Obviously, it can either go one or two ways. The cobwebs could be gone now, so he could fight the best he's ever fought. All that loss at Keza could absolutely destroy him. I mean, Dave, what's your thoughts about both competitors going into this one? Obviously, it's one of your campmates. What's your thoughts about this one?
I'm not quite sure. Jakey probably has the wrestling advantage in this. I don't know if Jakey will look to wrestle. Jakey's kind of been a striker recently, but I feel like they're quite even on the striking. So I kind of look forward to seeing how this one goes.
And it looks like they are ready. So without further ado, we will jump to the fight.
Yeah, but Grains has been a striker since day one. I remember sparring that boy in Catholics from like a year and a half ago. And he's very, very experienced in the grappling realm. Obviously, Jacoby coming from the grappling to striking, it can be a bit confusing, but Jakey's fitting quite well, so I'm excited to see how these two match up optics.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight. Obviously, Jakey going with the up pick. Obviously, he's got the wrestling if he needs to. But Robbie Lawler's got a lot behind his punches, so it should be interesting. Ricardo.
I mean, I'd say the pick of the grappling, if it goes there, definitely favours Jakey. The pull elbow there from Grains, we've seen him land that a few times versus Keza. But we do
Nice.
look to be seeing Jakey look to pressure Grains like Keza did. Because we've seen Keza have that success there. Obviously it was a firefight really, but if you're Jakey in this one, Dave, what's your game plan seeing Keza's success, but also the danger it put him in?
I love what he just did right here. This would be the game plan. Like I said, he probably has the wrestling advantage, so I'd really look to wrestle. And on the feet, I've already noticed Grains is really trying to counter strike. He's throwing interception strikes and head movement. So I'd be throwing some body straights, lead body hooks, stuff like that. Just work his body. Don't make him worried about moving his head. And I think that'll be good for Jakey. Great rock.
Oh, big strikes there from Jakey.
Went for it.
Oh, he got it.
Not very often you see someone get transitions like that.
Jakey has a
Obviously,
very
he
aggressive
grins.
mount. He usually denies like the half guards and get ups pretty well. So someone doing that cage transition, he probably wasn't ready for that.
Well, obviously, if you're Grange, you're playing Robbie Lawler against the meta of the division. You're looking to get up, you're looking to strike, because we've seen him go fairly decent in the striking realm. So, oh, there we go. I want to see how Grange adjusts to this first round here.
Oh, big land there from Grains. I mean, the power of Robbie Lawler, it's something to behold, really. If I'm Grains, I'm looking to let Jakey come to me and then let that power go. If you're Jakey, what are you doing, Dev? Oh, we see Grains.
I'm just looking to work the body. Really interesting seeing a takedown from Grains.
Yeah, oh, nice deny.
He's proving that he can hold side control. But yeah, if I'm Jakey, I'm really just looking to work his body. He's shown that all he wants to do is counter strike, so force him into a different style.
Have to say, Grin's grappling is really improved since the last time I saw him.
Yeah, he was confident enough to shoot a takedown, and he was able to get a side control deny while Jakey was throwing a strike. So while he was throwing a strike, excuse me.
I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Though a fairly closely contested matchup, and I can't really get a definite winner so far.
Oh, Jakey is rocked.
I found it. I found one.
Oh, head kick there. I mean, that's what I was saying in the first fight with Keza. He does. It's not very often you see someone throw a head kick when someone's rocked, and it's the unorthodox nature of Grains that can catch you off guard. It will be interesting to see if Jakey's taking notes from that Keza fight, see the combos he throws. I mean, obviously, if round one goes to Grains, if you're Jakey, you're looking to just wrestle this round, Dev.
Yeah, I think Jakey should look to wrestle. It's where I great drop. Yeah, it's where I thought Jake would have the advantage, but Grains is actually showing he's down to wrestle too. So who knows? Maybe Grains can actually wrestle with Jakey.
Oh no!
So, but regardless, you just want to look to be on top when you're wrestling, even if it's someone better than you on the ground. If you're on top, you're safe.
The stamina advantage is very dangerous. Goes right back in the top mount. As you mentioned before, Dave, Jakey's top mount is very, very dangerous. And you don't want to be stuck in there. And he's showing it.
Oh, nice deny from Grain.
Grains is doing a pretty good job so far defending the offensive Jakey on the ground, except for that one posture up there.
I mean, one thing I know from speaking to Grains, he has become more of a wrestler as of late on ranked. Using his wrestling to win fights, grind them out. So I think overall, his overall game has improved, and we're seeing it here right now. I mean,
nice
fake though from Grains.
Yeah, Grains is showing that he knows what he's doing on the ground, on bottom and on top.
I mean, not a good position to be if you're Jakey here.
I don't believe the back flat RNC is banned, but
I think it is.
who knows? Is it?
It's only the back sitting.
I have no clue. I think it's only back sitting.
Yeah, back flat and back mount are legal.
You'd argue that the back is like more OP.
Yeah, Dylan, mate, if you could just stand out the bathroom, that'd be great.
What in the bathroom, mate?
He's one of them 7-year-olds who takes videos of the bath bombs. That's what he's doing right now.
Oh, good reversal.
Great reversal there from Jake. It'd be interesting to see what he does here. I mean, who would you say this round's going through so far at the moment, Dev?
This is a hard round to score. Honestly, I don't know. I think Jakey had like a top mount fairly early in the round that did some good damage, but that's the only thing I can think of. So I kind of have to give it to Jakey, but I don't know. It can go either way.
It probably would have counted as a stun, but not not a stun on the scorecard, so it probably would go towards Jakey in this one.
Yeah.
As we say, the rounds are in this game are based mainly around damage, so yeah, it's probably going to go towards Jakey.
So is that 2-0 Jakey or? Oh no,
Wow,
sorry.
first round.
Oh,
No,
don't
it's
say that
1-1.
yet.
Good
Oh,
deny.
good deny.
I mean, who did Ramon go to again? It was
Greens.
Greens.
Yeah,
Greens.
so it's all to play from the third round now, really.
So if Grains wins, what does that mean for the last fight of Group Stage 6?
I mean, if Grange wins, it'll either be a third round finish or a decision win, so it'll either be on 6 or 5. If Jakey wins, it'll either be 6 or 5, and then he'll fight Keza. The winner of that fight will go through.
Jakey appears to have left.
He's back now, though, so all is good. Oh, elbow lands there from Jakey.
That was a nice elbow. That
Oh,
head health starting to
hit him
dwindle
with
now.
the straight.
Head health is starting to dwindle. Stamina is very high for the third round.
I mean, I think it's because of all the wrestling. They've not really had a chance to blow the stamina on the feet. Oh!
Great
oh,
pull.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice head movement.
Contrary to real life, when you wrestle in UFC 4, you don't lose any stamina.
Oh, rock now from
Nice
Jakey.
shot.
Oh, big
Oh, he almost hit him with a straight on the way down.
Dangerous.
Great gets it! Oh, gets knocked down.
Oh,
This
the
could be it.
overhand combo.
He didn't take notes,
Oh,
and
but
it's done!
Oh,
it's
Grange gets
over.
the third round
Jesus.
win. I mean, a big win.
I'm gonna
there
have
from
heart
Grange.
failure.
Big win.
So that
from
means Keza advances. Keza got a round 2 finish.
Grange.
No,
No, that
Keza
means-
fights Jakey.
Yeah, Jakey can go. Jakey can go through. He either needs a second round KO to push it to a playoff between Keza and Jakey, or a first round finish to
first round
advance
KO.
himself through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a great watch. I'm looking forward to that one.
It's definitely doable.
Who's next?
So next up we have Yadar and Liam. Obviously J Robbo is through, but like I said on the stream yesterday, for the finale, the competitors with the most points in the group stages will be the ones who we come forward to as a replacement. So as an example now, the person who's leading the points as a replacement is FSK competitor. He's on 8 because he got a second round KO and he got the performance of the night award as well, so he got an extra point. And then the next one is Peace Mahai is on 7, and then it goes to yourself, Dave, and then there's Zane as well on 6. But up next we have Yadar and Liam. So what's your thoughts on this one, Ginger? Who's your favourite in this one? Where do you think the fight will take place?
Well, we saw him losing. Well, we saw them both losing the first round, but I think Yurda will be able to get this done. Obviously, very nice striker. Liam, obviously very composed, very technical in how he strikes. But I think because there's less pressure, Yurda will probably get this done. Was he in a Fawn versus a Yan? Obviously, Jan and Font fairly even on standing up, but ground it's pretty dominantly in the decision for Jan.
I mean,
Jan has got the larger power.
Dave, we do see the change of pick here between Pirate Kip. In the first fight, he went Garbrandt, and in the second fight, he's going Font. What do you think the changes in the fighters are in that one? Like, what's the benefits? What's the difference between the two, really?
He probably believes that he lost that fight because Garbrandt just withered over time, which is also probably true. Garbrandt does have the best health stats. Between rounds, you kind of fade away. And Jan, he doesn't take much damage. He got that force of nature, good health stats, even without force of nature. So he probably looked for something a little better. Font. I don't think Font's health stats are as great, but he's still got that reach, and it's a lot better compared to Garbrandt.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, pressure early from Yada.
Well, if you're Yurda, you want to use your double jabs, you want to use your double dash straights, double jab rear hooks. Anything that wear the block down here in the first round will be pretty good for Yurda going into the second. It is a 5-round fight. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, it just is.
I mean,
The-
we'll
the chi-
stop it after third round. Hopefully, it doesn't go past it, but.
It probably won't.
Oh, nice counter there from Liam. Love the combo from Yada as well to fire back. I mean, it's been a lovely use of the boxing from both these two so far. The counters, the combinations. What are you looking to do if you're Liam in this one, Optics?
I'm looking to counter on Jan's strikes because obviously, if you
Oh!
count, oh no, with that.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
counter there from Liam as he's rocked.
Because obviously Font doesn't have the power which Jan has. So if he can counter his strikes, then it'll be all over.
I mean, even
Nice.
though Yada has had the health event, I mean, it is fairly even on the health stats as well. So, I mean, this has been a great pattern through the tournament, even though one person does have the... Oh, rock from...
Oh,
Beautiful.
And he just stands there and watches. I mean,
it was an interesting decision.
yeah, I don't know if it's the smartest thing to do, but it was interesting to say the least.
Oh.
Both are really looking to counter.
Oh, he gets the rock now as well. Rips the body, fires off the body kick. Great combo from Liam. I mean, he seems to be pulling a lot and not even countering. I don't know if this is his way of taunting, just not doing anything. Oh, big exchange.
He needs to finish the fight soon because it is a 5-round.
I think
Needs to
they'll
stop
get it
messing
done.
about.
I think they'll get it done in 3.
Your stamina is really starting to dwindle.
Yeah, I've not noticed that, but it has. I mean, we see. Oh, that could be it. This could be it. Oh, great defense from Liam. Wow, your dart almost finishes it at the bell there. That's a great way to end the round. Obviously, you would think that round would have went to Liam, but with that head kicker, you're scoring that one too, Ginger. Yep. Cheers, Ginger.
Harry, I'd have to see it at the end. And I'd have to give it a Yadar because of the knockdown at the end.
What about you, Dave? Who would you give that one to?
That was a really back and forth round. I think if I remember correctly, there was knockdowns on both sides.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna give it to Yurda, just because he's done so much more damage to Liam, and just talking about this fight in general, I think Yurda's in a way better spot here, even with that stamina.
I mean, oh, lovely
Great
counter from
slip
Liam.
hook.
I mean, oh, lovely.
Oh, hit him again.
I'd love to see
The
him
head
when he's
movement.
getting rocked, just
Good
absolutely
head
bulldoze
movement.
forward and giving him a chance to survive. I think it could come back to bite him in the future. Oh, lovely again from Liam. Oh, we see a Darth one slips out overhand, maybe getting a little bit desperate now. And he's dropped him. This could be it now.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Oh,
Should
great.
be over here.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
lovely defense from your dad. It'd be interesting to see what he does here. He goes for top mount. Maybe he tries to get some damage in now, top mount, and then it can just even up the scores. Is that what you'd be looking to do here, Dave?
Yeah, but I'd imagine Yurda is
Wow.
I'd imagine Yurda's probably looking to get up as soon as it's like a fair, more neutral position. He's probably just looking to wrestle when there's no chance of him getting like swept or something.
Yeah, I mean, would you look for sprawl if you're Liam here? Ah, lovely.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad decision. Well, it wouldn't have been. He's been doing good this round. I'd like to see him just control a bit, get some damage. Oh, that's a bad position though.
I mean, you would think Liam did have the advantage in the striking then, but with that significant strikes in the mount, you would think it's fairly even now.
And not with the knockdowns. Maybe if it was just a rock, but knockdowns score heavily in this game.
Oh! This has
Oh, he slipped into the hook.
these counters from Liam are absolutely insane.
And he finished it as well. Round 2
Told
KO
you.
from Liam. Great.
The counters won in the
fight.
fight. Counters. So is G Robbo still through anyway?
Yeah, J Robles.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good fight anyway. Fair play.
I mean, great performance from Pirate Kip in that one. We're saying it didn't really go his way in the J Robo fight. Lost 2 out of the 3 rounds. But in this one, he cut back. His counters were sharp. He had some nice reversals on the ground as well. What did you make of that performance, Dave?
I thought both fighters did really good. Pretty much from where I know, both of them were just kind of walking forward. They played fairly similar styles, but I think Liam just did a little better. Hit the bigger shots, hit the counters. Was able to get up even when Yurda was on top of him after taking quite a bit of damage, but not too much compared to what he did. So I think that was a really good performance from Liam.
I mean, we're now into the 6th fight of the evening. It's going to be the final fight of the night. It's going to be Kezala versus Jakey B, and in this one, there's a lot on the line really. Keza needs to get out of the 2nd round. It doesn't even matter if he loses in the 3rd round. He just needs to get out of the 2nd round, and then that guarantees him qualification. Jakey needs to get a finish in the 1st round to go through automatically, and if he gets a finish in the 2nd round, it will go to a playoff. But if he gets a finish in the 2nd round with the performance bonus, it will then send him through, and if he gets a finish in the 3rd round and the performance bonus as well, then it will send it to a tiebreaker. So there's a lot of variables in this one. What are you looking to if you're both fighters in this one, Dave?
If I'm Jakey, I'm probably gonna go to that style he usually loves to, where he's just like counter striking. He pressures you a little bit, and then he's going for like flip hooks, elbow counters off the slips or pulls, even the duck elbow. So that's probably what I'm looking for is Jakey push the pace, try to get that finish. Even if you end up losing, pushing the pace, at least you gave yourself a chance. And as Keza, I'd like to. He's a good wrestler. He talks about it, even though he doesn't wrestle that much. So as Keza, probably looking to wrestle, even stall time, even if it's making him lose rounds, because rounds don't matter. So that's what I'm looking to do as both fighters.
And it looks to be a Robert Whittaker. I mean, obviously, Jakey needs to finish this one quick, really. I mean, what do you make of the weight in this one to get a quick finish?
Fairly good. Honestly, Robert's a hard-hitting fella. But with Keza as well, if he's trying to play this one out, he's obviously got the wrestling with Whittaker as well, so he can shoot the takedowns.
Yeah, I feel like this does benefit both, where you have Robert who just hits so hard, like he said. So usually middleweight doesn't go past 2 rounds, but Robert also does have the 3-star single legs. So if he wants to shoot takedowns, he can.
Yeah, well, this one's really for all the marbles, isn't it? This is the one to decide the winner of this group.
Oh,
You,
not at the
oh,
start.
wow.
You
Keza's
want
pushing the
Jake.
pace.
Is he done already?
This could be.
It's all.
Oh,
Smart
he
from
goes
Keza.
down.
Very smart.
Not what you want at all if you're Jakey here. I mean, Kez a great grappler, and he's already got a rock. I mean, Jakey needs to finish it as soon as he can, get some damage off, and it doesn't look like he's going to do it up till now. Maybe Kez just secures the round really. He's got 4 minutes. All he needs to do is just sit on top. What do you think he needs to do, Dave? Just would you look for a finish, or would you try and get some damage while you've got a big position like this?
I would take no risk on top, make Jakey work his way up. I love what Kez is doing here. As you notice, he's only throwing hooks because if you only throw hooks and mount, you can't get swept or allowed to get up. So I believe Kez is doing exactly what I've said he should do.
I mean, we're seeing a
Give some
relatively dominant first 2 minutes here from Keza. Look at that health. That is very significantly in the favour of Keza. Now he's just pounding away at the body.
I mean, obviously this fight's going to have to go to the feet at some point. We only seen it for a little brief moment. There it goes to the feet now. What do you think both fighters are going to do? Because obviously we've seen both of them try and pressure in the fights. Who do you think is going to take the front foot in this one, Dev?
I think they're both still going to.
Oh! Oh, big rock for Jake. He kind of pulled
That
it
was
back
risky for
Oh,
both
he
men.
dropped
Oh
him!
no.
Oh, he dropped him again!
Jesus.
Big up kick from
Set
Keza.
up kick.
Oh, Keza's got a front kick.
Could be over. Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
He's
another.
dropped it.
shit. Nice.
Smart,
What the
very
fuck?
smart from Keza. Ginger
Yeah,
half
it doesn't want to allow a sweep. Yeah, but as I was saying, I believe Keza's still going to push the pace. That's how he fights, and he's comfortable, even if he knows Jakey's going to counter. I believe he's comfortable enough to be able to pull before the counter actually lands.
Nice
So
knife for the get up there by Jake.
this is a style that
Very
Keza's done really good with. He's earned himself. He's known as a top East competitor playing under this style, so I don't believe he's gonna look just run away.
A question for you, Dave. 'Cause I know you fought Keza in the SFL, and it was a very fast-paced fight. How did you come out of that one with the win, and what does Jakey need to do to kind of be similar to you in that one?
What I wrestled Keza. I think we struck for a little bit, and he was winning the striking, and then I wrestled, and I was able to secure rounds. But the problem for Jakey is he can't look to earn a decision like I believe I did. He's gonna have to look to be able to finish Keza somehow.
I mean, it's going to be a big task. Oh!
Oh,
that
after
would've
the
been
bell.
That's illegal, that, Jakey. That's -1 point. Rude. I mean, round one, you'd say that one goes to Keza. Obviously, he had the more knockdowns, and he had the control time as well. Jakey has him. Oh!
Oh, got him again.
Oh!
Oh,
Nice.
This has
Keza
to
just
That's the-
intercepts.
That helps here though. We won't be able to.
Go
Yep,
back.
that's
Oh,
it.
it's over.
That is it. Wow.
That's it.
Well done.
Another
Fair play.
second round finish for Keza. That now means he's through. But wow, what a fight. Keza are putting on some absolute bangers there.
Keza
Yeah.
and Marble. Beautiful.
We saw him there. It was a very random fight. Like one was winning, then the other did a pull elbow, and then he was winning. So it was like that there until you can see the head hill was starting to dwindle for Jakey, and Keza just went full steam ahead and went for that win.
I mean, a great night of fights, really. From top to bottom, we see J Robbo and Yada. A really great fight from J Robbo in that one, and then up to the final fight, Keza and Jakey, an absolute war. Very back and forth in that one. I mean, one thing we have to do now, we have to vote on our performance of the night out of all the fights tonight. I'll start off with Dave. Who do you give your performance of the night to?
This is. I'd say I'd probably give it to Keza.
Keza? Which fight?
Honestly, I didn't know it was on for a certain fight.
Oh yeah, it's just for one fight, so just one performance in one fight.
Okay, one fight.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I've got it between a couple.
Shall we come back to you? We'll go to Ginger first, and then you can give
Yeah,
your...
yeah.
Yeah, Ginger, who does yours go to?
Well, since my heart's still pumping, I'm gonna go with Keza versus Jakey for Keza.
Optics either.
Yeah, I am it.
Who does yours go to?
Mine goes for the Yadar versus Liam fight, and I'm going with Liam because I was impressed by his head moving in his counters.
Myself, I'm going to go for the Liam fight as well. His counters in that one, it was flawless. It was almost like he was toying with Yadar at times. So for me, myself, I'm going to give Liam the extra point. Obviously, Dave, the vote is on you. You have the deciding thing. So who would you like the vote to go to?
I'm also gonna go for Liam from against Yerda. I had Liam as a pretty big underdog against Yerda. I think of Yerda as like one of the best strikers in the game. So for Liam to come out and how he like kind of just rocked Yerda, kind of looked at him and was still able to do that well against him, I thought that was pretty impressive.
Frauds, real frauds.
I mean, it was a great night of fights tonight, but we've got another one on Friday as well, which is tomorrow. Obviously, it's going to be the same time, so let's get your thoughts on this one, gents. Groups 4 and 5. In Group 4, we have Leaks, Skitch, and Lepo, and in Group 5, we have KM Caliber, KM Noeta, and the best for a while now, Aaron X. Dave, can I get your thoughts on Group 4?
I think a lot of Group 4 depends on that very first fight, Leaks versus Skitch. Those are going to be my two favorites. I think Leaks comes out of that with the win. He probably beats Aleppo too. So I'm going to have Leaks winning Group 4. And for Group 5, I think Caliber comes out of it, although Aaron's been talking a lot about how he's improved. So I don't
Been the
know.
best for a while
Maybe maybe Aaron's telling the truth, but as of now, I've got Caliber as my favorite to win that.
I mean, have you got a tip for Caliber to kick legs in that one? We've seen your success in prime time with it. Ginger, this one's to you. Do you see any upsets in that one? Obviously, the two clear favourites is Caliber and Leaks. Do you see anyone being able to cause an upset in them two?
Not really, because obviously Lake's one of the fast rising strikers in the game. Then you got Caliber, top competitor in ESFL last season. I think both of them are going to get it done.
I mean, I did get a DM from Lepo earlier on this week, and I'm going to get it up now because he told me to read it out on the streams. So I shall just get it up now and read it out. So he said to me, "Tell everyone in FSK I'm gonna win by knee bar in all my fights. I don't care if you don't believe it. That's my game plan. Going to get half guard and stack guard knee bars banned in the SFL." So there looks to be his game plan. He looks to be. I think he's gone Brian Ortega in one of the fights and Nate Diaz in the other one. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. You know, it's going to be looks to be a very unorthodox playing style, and maybe that one can cause problems for like the clean strikers in Leaks and Skitch. So maybe you could see Lepo as a dark horse in that one. Obviously, in Group 5, we have Noeta. He went to Vegas as well. Performed very well there. Have Aaron as well. Aaron, a lot of people just see him as a Discord troll, but recently in ranked, he has been improving a lot. So don't sleep on Aaron in that group. Be interesting to see how he does in that one. Obviously against Calibre, we've seen how well he done against Fad. But is there anything you gents would like to say before we close out the night?
Aaron's been top 100 for a while now.
Up.
Anything you'd like to say, Dave, before we close out?
Not really.
Fair enough. Optics.
Have a good night, lads.
Yep. It's all about respect, brother. Ginger.
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you, Spano with FSK. Yeah, that's me.
I mean, one thing I'd like to say as well, we're close to 50 subs at the moment. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And obviously, like the streams as well. I mean, we're just putting on events here to entertain all yous. Just any like, subscribes, anything like that, it's very grateful in return. So that's all I'd like to say. But that is it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. And